Now question goes to you, and I'm gonna launch a very beautiful questions about dinosaurs. Do you know something about dinosaurs?
So dinosaurs are giant reptilian creatures which rule the earth before the humans, and it is believed that they evolved to the modern day birds, meaning that the birds were the evolution or evolved version of the dinosaurs.
Okay.
So one thing about the most important thing about dinosaurs is that they are not like birds of modern day, meaning that they had feathers, but they were actually giant reptiles, just like crocodile, monitor lizard, like this. So so they ruled the earth for many years, and the most popular about the period is that there only two period I know in which the dinosaurs lived: the Camp Cretaceous and the Jurassic era. So dinosaurs were I think four types, I think, or three.
Okay.
No, actually three types: terrestrial, aquatic, and airborne.
Okay.
Or also one amphibian, because there is one dinosaur that is also amphibian, which I'm going to talk about.
Yeah.
So by thinking the name of dinosaurs, we first come to the mind of T-Rex. So T-Rex is now the most popular and most famous dinosaur of its era, and nowadays many people hear its name. So the T-Rex was also known as the king of the dinosaurs, and its full name was Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Okay. Wow.
So in size, this and full adult male T-Rex was much bulkier, much heavier, and T-Rexes are known for the most powerful bite force, meaning that it had the most powerful bite, and nothing can compare or match with this bite. At that time and this time, it is considered to be the only dinosaur with this bite force. And T-Rex, and some people think that the T-Rex can run also, but they cannot run because of their such a huge body, and also their tail is not long to touch the ground, because we know that the more surface area of our body, then there will be more agility and more stability. So T-Rex cannot run. That is the first thing, and also, but it has a similar thing of running. It cannot run, but it can do a fast walk, meaning that walking at a fast speed.
Okay, mouse.
So it can reach up to 25 miles per hour, I think.
Wow, fantabulous.
And they were very aggressive, meaning that if they see an opponent dinosaur, any carnivorous opponent, then they would attack first, because they were very aggressive, and they were good hunters, because they can instantly kill a smaller prey with their huge, heavier bite force. And the scientists found out that the T-Rex was a very intelligent dinosaur, not like the velociraptors that I am going to discuss next. But it was proved that the brain of the T-Rex was in such a way that it can solve many problems. For example, even the Spinosaurus and T-Rex. I'm going to talk about the fight of the T-Rex. What happens if T-Rex and the Spinosaurus meet? Even though they belong from a different country and different time period. So also they are also known for their small arms, because at that time T-Rex Carnotaurus was these two dinosaurs were the only dinosaurs which had small arms. Now talking about the Carnotaurus, this dinosaur was a very unique one because by looking at this dinosaur's head, you will find small bull-like horns, and it was a bit smaller in size of the T-Rex, but in its hunting process, it's very unique in its hunting style that the T-Rex approaches its prey, and then using its fast walk and intelligence, it can quickly close the distance between itself and its prey, and it can use its powerful jaw muscles and huge bite force to just instantly kill it by grabbing in the neck, because most carnivorous dinosaurs attack on the neck or once because and if any dinosaur, it is the most important thing that the dinosaur should be killed when another dinosaur bites it on the neck, because with powerful jaw muscles and bite force, its teeth, its sharp teeth can pierce through the prey's air pipe, and it can instantly snap the neck or break the brain stem. So this was very deadly. So, but in the case of Carnotaurus, this actually first knocked down the prey with its horns and then killed it. So I know very little about Carnotaurus. So I will move next to the Velociraptors. So Velociraptors are known for their highly intelligent brain because they were the most intelligent creatures on this earth. Intelligent dolphins, intelligent whale, and any kind of creature. Even they can outrun the humans. If, for example, if a human scared in a T-Rex eyes, then it would not hurt it, and will go away. But in a raptor's case, the main thing about the power of the raptors that they always believed in the word unity is strength. So these actually made a pack of themselves, and every pack had a supreme leader.
Wow.
Meaning that a raptor has to be an adult in an adulthood, then challenge the leader of the pack. Then when he defeats him, then it will become the new leader. So by the time, if humans stared in the raptor's eyes, it will not attack it, but the other members of the pack will attack the prey from behind.
Oh my
and
God.
also they had a claw in their foot, which was like this.
Okay.
Meaning that hook type, it was very large.
Wow.
And they were also known for their high speed because they were a very small and carnivorous dinosaurs. Not very small. They were small and agile. They were known for good jumpers. So when they can quickly close up the distance, and then the members behind the prey would simply pounce on the prey and use the sharp claws on their big toe to pierce the spinal cord of the body of the prey, and then the other members of the pack would grab it by the neck, and the other members would grab it by the legs to bring it down. Or if they were unable to do this, then the members who pounced on the back of the prey would slash it to death. So this is the definition of Velociraptors. Now about the herbivores, there is a dinosaur named Brachiosaurus, which was I think the largest terrestrial dinosaur ever lived. It was very large, and it had very high. It had very heavy feet, which can crush any dinosaur in a second if it used it. Just like modern, meaning that you can say that this kind of dinosaur is a mixture of an elephant and a giraffe, because it had a very long neck, so made it very tall, and also the feet of the elephant, which was very heavy, and the tail of a reptile. Then they were mainly herbivores, meaning that they can eat the grass or the leaves of the trees. And there was another herbivore called, there are actually three weaponized herbivores. One is Triceratops, the other is Stegosaurus, and the other is Ankylosaurus. So first, Triceratops is actually, which which in Latin means three-horned dinosaur.
Okay.
Meaning that one was on its snout and the other two were on its head.
Okay, nice.
Meaning that it was used to protect itself from other or engage in a combat with another Triceratops. Meaning it was so sharp that it can pierce through any carnivore dinosaurs and instantly kill it. Then there was this dinosaur called the Stegosaurus. Now Stegosaurus was very heavily spiked, not very heavily, meaning that it had like these spikes, like this. But the tip of the tail, it had a special weapon, and it used when it swung its tail. It swung its tail. So it had some skeletal structure which came out from the tip of the tail, not like this, like this.
Yeah, okay.
Like this. So when it slashed it, then the enemy dinosaur would first have to soak the damage of the slash and then have to resist the damage of the spear-like thing or spike of the tail. And if this dinosaur manages to get through all of this, then it will be very lucky. Or fail to do this, then it is dead.
Oh, nice.
There is another dinosaur which might be a living tank, because this dinosaur was heavily armored on its back and had a hammer-like tail, meaning its tip of the tail, the skeletal structure of the tail was so heavy and strong that it can just smash a dinosaur on the ground.
Wow.
Meaning that this is the dinosaur with a hammer-like tail. Meaning this was so heavy and it can also swing its tail 360 degree. Meaning this can swing its tail 360 degree with so much force that it can send a small dinosaur flying. And there is another herbivore dinosaur called the Pachycephalosaurus, which the skull of the Pachycephalosaurus on the top is so hard that it can just run over anything. Meaning not run over, meaning that it can do actually just you know that what the bulls do when they get angry. Meaning that doing that. So I don't know what it is called, but you know. So with this it can defend itself, and it was also herbivore, and there was a relative to this which I forgot the name. It same like this, but it had a longer skull.
Okay.
Which also used as this, which it also used as same as the Pachycephalosaurus. Then there are aquatic. So aquatic are very big compared to the terrestrial. For example, the Mosasaurus is the famous one here because Mosasaurus is the largest of these aquatic species, or might be, and it was larger than the extinct shark called the megalodon. It was so large that it can cut the megalodon in one bite.
Oh my God.
And it mainly depends on large fish, whales might be exist at that time, or the dinosaurs which fell into a ocean when volcano was erupting, and it would just grab the dinosaur and drown it. So this is a definition of the Mosasaurus. Now, amphibian dinosaur is which I know is the Spinosaurus. So Spinosaurus is actually an amphibian dinosaur, meaning that it can walk on both land and swim in water. And mostly it used to behave like it was an aquatic dinosaur, meaning it wasn't very good at a land and terrestrial combat because it wasn't its habit. And then but in the water it is very dangerous. And it mainly fed on big fishes in the river. And also its skeletal structure was so dense that it helped it to even walk on the surface of the riverbed, meaning that it could literally walk under the water and it can dive in the water straight. T-Rex was also a good swimmer, but not as good as a Spinosaurus. Now, what will happen if a T-Rex met a Spinosaurus? In this scenario, a T-Rex saw a Spinosaurus coming out of the water with a fish in its mouth. The Spinosaurus also saw the T-Rex. The T-Rex ran towards it or fast walked. Then, when it was going to smash the, meaning that throw the Spinosaurus on the ground, the Spinosaurus ground surface was so high that it cannot be pushed down. Meaning it was very hard to bring this dinosaur down because it can use its 4 arms and 4 legs, like 4 limbs, like 4 legs of it, and then its tail was also connected to the ground, meaning that it can put its tail in the ground, meaning it has a high superiority when it comes to the stability. Then the Spinosaurus, though having the large hands and then the T-Rex, it can just slash the T-Rex. But as I mentioned earlier, T-Rex has a great solving problems capability. So when Spinosaurus is going to strike another blow on a T-Rex, then it will just simply grab the limb of the forelimb of the Spinosaurus and just tear it away because it has such a bite force that it can even crush, it can even bite through the bones and tear any limb from the enemy away. Now, now the Spinosaurus is injured and it is retreating back to the river, but the T-Rex again pushed the Spinosaurus on the opposite side of the body where it can no longer have support with the ground and it falls. And then the T-Rex uses its bite force again and kills the Spinosaurus. But if the scenario was a bit different, meaning this battle was in water, then the T-Rex would have lost because in this scenario the T-Rex is drinking water. And when it saw a Spinosaurus swimming, then it came towards because it was very aggressive and it will attack it. But some people say there is a word that even the greatest can fall if they are put out of their elements.
Oh my God.
Then when the T-Rex rushed into the water, the Spinosaurus dodged this attack and grabbed it by the neck and drowned it, meaning that killing it. So this is the fight of the T-Rex and Spinosaurus. Now there are airborne dinosaurs like the pterodactyl, maybe it is the name. So these were actually flying reptiles, meaning they can fly like the modern birds, but they didn't have any feather.
My God.
T-Rex had T-Rex and its babies had feathers. Also, there was a type of raptor which can actually glide through the air, meaning that it had such arms that it can use it like its wing to glide and to cover short distances. Found in some type of lizards. So these actually feed on small dinosaurs or like small, or they took fishes from the water, meaning that they were like seagulls, taking the fishes, coming back to their nest, meaning this was the only dinosaur which created its nest. T-Rex also created this nest, but it could not create its nest on a tree. It can create it in a ground.
Wow, nice information.
So this is the only dinosaur which created this on, not on tree but on high mountains, rocky mountains, so that predators couldn't reach their eggs. And these were very deadly dinosaurs because they can attack from the air and also fly away. And the dinosaur on the ground would not do anything, is helpless in this scenario. But if a But if a pterodactyl was not quick enough to land an attack or fly away with by landing an attack, then the carnivorous dinosaur will grab it by its legs or wings, tear it, and then kill it.
Oh my
So
god.
this is the so it is good that the dinosaurs do not exist, or else there will be no humanity.
Oh my god.
So
Thank you.
With this, I have to stop my speech.
Oh, thank you very much. Ah, what shall I say about your fluency within 3 months? I can't explain. I don't have any words, you know. Thank you for participating today.